And then somebody said, girl, you look tired. And then you were tired, but then they tell you that you should. I sure do. I do look tired. You know, then you look at yourself and said that all day. Wash your hands, been in the bathroom 5-6 times. Somebody say that now you believe in what they say. It's the same thing. See, the enemy is speaking things, and some of us, we're buying with what the enemy say. God telling us to speak some. We don't want to say it, because then we'll say we ain't anointed enough. Look what you're saying about yourself. If God said, I call you to walk in the image of me, in the likeness of me, I gave you power and authority, but you say, I ain't anointed enough. You say, I can't pray like they praying. So what did you just do? Huh? What you just did? You just spoken to yourself that you ain't who God created you to be. Now, what makes you that important to talk against what God created? I ain't anointed like that. I can't do it like them. I can't do it. But what did he say? Philippians 4:13 said, I can do all things through Christ which strengthens me. So that tells me where our mindset's at. See, we ain't thinking about walking in no provision. We want to walk in how we want to walk in. We say, God, just bless me how I am. And God said, I'm not going to bless you the way that you are. You're going to have to line up if you're going to walk in my provision. Then the Lord said to Elijah, go and live in the village of Zarephath. 1 Kings 17, verse 8. Say, now God is, look, Keita, God is telling him where to live. And then the Lord said, go and live in the village of Zarephath near the city of Sidon. He said, but listen what he said. I have instructed a widow to feed you there. See, you got to understand, God would tell you to go move somewhere because I'm going to have somebody to help you. I'm going to have somebody to take care of whatever that you need. I got somebody over there in that area that's going to help you. See, but I don't want to go over there. I don't want to go. See, that's when we got to listen to the wisdom of God because we don't know everything. See, he knows what's going to happen tomorrow. He knows what's going to happen 6 months from now. So when we sit up here trying to argue with God, making God change, thinking he going to change his mind. No, he going to change his mind, but he ain't going to go up against your will. You tell around, well, I want to go live over here. Next thing you know, the place get blowed up. Oh, Lord, why this happened? Well, I told you to go over here. God forbid. And it says in verse 10, so he went to Zarephath as he arrived at the gates of the village. He saw a widow gathering sticks, and he asked her, would you please bring me a little water in a cup? And she was going to get it. He called to her, bring me a bite of bread too. Verse 12 said, but she said, I swear by the Lord your God that I don't have a single piece of bread in the house. You see, she said she don't have no bread. She don't have no bread in the house, right? And I have only a handful of flour. How much she said? A handful of flour left in the jar in a little cooking oil in the bottom. Say a little bit. She only had a little bit. In the bottom of the jug. She said, I was just gathering a few sticks to cook this last meal, and then my son and I would die. But Elijah said to her, don't be afraid. What we've been hearing about with Joshua. Don't be afraid. Be strong and courageous. So in other words, why he told her don't be afraid? Because she telling him, it's all I got. That tell me she don't gave up her hope. She was depressed. She was down and out. She felt hopeless. She felt like it's over. It's over for me and my child. I'm going to cook this meal and we going to die. But see, one word from the Lord. He told her, don't be afraid. Come on. He said, go ahead and do just what you said, but make a little bread for me first. Now, some of these religious folks will say, what am I? Well, didn't the lady tell you she finna die? And you talking about make a little cake for you too? So that's going to cut out. Think about it. Because God said, when you take care of my house, come on, hear me. I'm going to take care of your house. Because see here, it says here, with the verse, then use what you have left to prepare a meal for yourself and your son. Verse 14 says, for this is what the Lord, the God of Israel says, there will always be flour and oil when the Lord sends rain and the crops grow again. So she did as Elijah said, and she and Elijah and her family continued to eat for many days. There were always enough flour and olive oil left in the containers, just as the Lord has promised through Elijah. What happened? And by him being a man of God, she said, I believe every word that he said. Now,